right, first question is, what do you look for when reading a script? You've starred in a number of horror films. What is it about them that you enjoy?
I I I look for character. I look for what the character's going through. If I feel something for it. And then I look at the overall story if I've enjoyed reading it, if it's something that I get to the end of it and I feel excited by it. That's definitely it. And I love horror films. I love the genre. And I've been lucky enough to get sent some really great horror scripts.
Nice. Jane is not your typical horror film female, i.e., helpless and passive. Was that what drew you to the role?
Yeah, the Jane's characterization is different than something I've necessarily done in horror films before. Um, I wouldn't necessarily say that all women in horror films are like passive, but I would say that she is someone that is has a skill. She's a cop, so she has the ability to kind of go after the killer, and that her goal is to stop him, rather than some characters that I've played in the past. It might be that they're just trying to escape rather than necessarily stop the killer. So I was excited to kind of dive into that and dive into her journey of trying to stop Psycho Killer.
Awesome. The next is this film deals with themes of revenge and taking matters into one's own hands. Was it hard to get into that mindset?
I don't think so. I guess I never necessarily looked at Jane as someone that's hell bent on revenge. It really felt like from the script that her story is that obviously she's lost her husband. There's nothing that she can do about that. But as this killer keeps going, she believes that she could have stopped him at that time, that she had the shot to kill him, and she missed it. And now anyone that gets hurt by him from this moment on, it's her fault. So it feels a lot more redemptive. And like she feels like this is the only thing she can do. She can't bring her husband back, but she can stop this man from hurting anyone else.
What can audiences expect from this film? And do you see Psycho Killer joining the ranks of some of the classic masked horror villains like Jason, Michael Myers, etc.?
I think Psycho Killer, I mean, hopefully it'll be entertaining. It's so much fun to go to the cinema. I love going to the cinema, and hopefully this is the type of film that you can go and watch with a lot of people, and just have a great time. It's kind of wild, it's very fast paced, and it's shocking, it's gory, it's got all the stuff that you want from a horror film. And I guess we'll see. We'll see if the horror fans decide that Psycho Killer goes down like the other legends around him.
All right, first question is, you've produced everything from The Ring and It to Barbarian and Weapons. What was it about Andrew's script that drew you in?
Andrew Kevin Walker's script for Seven was my favorite serial killer movie, and this was the first time I'd seen him do a follow up to it, and it had a very different way in where you actually saw the killer's perspective for the first part of the movie.
Nice. All right, much like the Psycho Killer, some of the greatest villains in horror films wear masks. Why do audiences find that more terrifying?
It definitely is scarier with a person wearing a mask than if it was just a normal person just walking down the street. Because the movie The Strangers was also something where we actually thought about taking off the mask and it just didn't feel as scary. And so Psycho Killer was definitely something where we wanted to design a memorable mask.
Got it. All right. Last is Psycho Killer plays extremely well in a theatrical setting with an audience. Can you talk about why horror films are such a great communal experience?
Horror movies are a great communal experience, especially because you're stuck in a dark room with no distractions, at least your minimal distractions. Like if you're watching it on your computer or on your TV, you have your telephone, you have other people walking in and out of the room. But in the theater experience, horror movies are the best because you're in a dark room with other people experiencing the same thing.